Hello everyone. I'm gonna talk about something about my experiences in internship. This is merely for me, for relief, like a stress relief. Anyway, I ask if Saturday a day I have to go to work. But supervisor didn't say anything directly. Just a mere look at the contract. Now this makes me question him. Does he not know what is in the contract? Does he not care? Or does he expect me to already know what and such? In any case, I do know. I read it and it says that I do have a job at the day, but in order to save gas and money, I do a no-call, no-show every Saturday. And for some reason they didn't say anything, didn't discipline me, didn't terminate me, didn't do anything. Not to mention that I have to pay tolls. Paying toll 5 times in a single commute is expensive. And that's for going, returning is the same. And not to mention the gas, the oil. God, I need to like 50 to 40 every week. So 200 a month just for gas. And that's not adding in the toll. And this is also without adding in Saturday because of the no-call, no-show I did. Mind you, I'm an internship student, so I don't have the money. So I asked my parents for money. This is for the first or second month. After that I stopped asking them for money since I don't want to annoy them or make them financially struggle further. Of course, I do pick a road with no tolls or with fewer tolls. I go to the road with no tolls for going there, making me having to wake up at 5 or less and start driving 2 hours before the start of the shift. As for going back home, I took the less toll route, saving me money but having no free time. This makes me no call, no show on Saturday even more so that I could rest. And that's all for the Sunday. Let's focus on something else in the internship: teamwork, talking, being extrovert, my one weakness. I'm an introvert through and through. I have a low voice, making people hard to hear me, and when I raise my voice a bit to make them heard me, they thought I sounds mad. And what's worse is that every time I try to start a conversation, to talk or questions, something goes wrong, always, making me don't want to talk more and more, making me don't want to start conversations, making me don't want to meet people. I rather people came to me to talk than me going to them. Or at least, me texting them beforehand so that I go meet them. Because every time go meet someone to ask, I got put on the spot, it make me stressed, make my heart race. So this makes it bad for me. It's like my trauma or something like that. But alas, my internship supervisor got mad at me and such, calling me being disrespectful, for not meeting and greeting people, and not remembering their names. I tried to explain myself, saying that I am an introvert. I have a low voice and I'll have to raise my voice loudly to make them hear me. And such it makes me sound mad. That's what my college classmates said. Of course, I may have worded it wrong. Raise my voice loudly should be something else, but you get the idea. Forgot to say, but I do get paid, get allowance and all that jazz. It's 500 or below. Mostly below due to my Saturday no-show, no-call, I think. Either that or my bad performance. They didn't say anything to me about what I did wrong after all. Continuing with my problem at talking. I only went ahead and meet people to either ask them something, and that mostly it. I quickly leave to avoid talking any more so. I don't make a fool out of myself and make me embarrassed, stressed, and stuff. It's related to my trauma or something. Of course people would think that fear of talking to people and put on the spot is not trauma, but when I go ahead to meet my supervisor to give them something important for my college internship, they put me on the spot. I begin stuttering, I begin sweating. My heart raced nervously as bad thoughts race through me. Depressive thoughts. If that's not trauma, then I don't know what is. I quickly backed off without saying anything. No goodbye, nothing. I was too nervous and I wanted to be gone from there. But of course, this is probably one of the reasons why the supervisor called me disrespectful and stuff, with me not saying that I wanted to give him stuff, and instead, I just put the thing I wanted to give him on a table nearby. And he did picked it up, or someone did and gave it to him, I don't know. In any case, I messaged him. Or the group that has him, I guess, I asked. Requested them to fill the paper up. And that's when they finally decided to message and discipline me. About me disrespectful and all that. At the end of the month. At almost the end of the internship. I'm pretty sure earlier I did said something about this. What his response was to me explaining myself. What his response was to my insecurities. A complete dismissal, even nitpick the wording to make me sound bad. I know I worded it wrong, but you don't need to do that. I know. I didn't say anything about my insecurities and trauma or whatever when I signed up. I probably get someone wrong here, but I won't check it. I won't read it again. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel depressed. I made a promise to myself to ignore every danger and stop caring and enjoy the good in life. That way I will never be sad and depressed again. But of course, supervisor got mad at me. I tried to explain myself and reveal one of my insecurities and the reason why. I am the way I am, worded it poorly. He got angrier at me. How do I respond to that? I just revealed to you my biggest insecurity and you just don't care. This always happens. Depression is a joke. If you said that you have a mental illness, people will just think you're crazy, the language we use. Mental illness just mostly refer to crazy person. I have always have depression, of course. If people saw me, then they'll think I'm just faking it, and I probably am. Being depressed for just a short time every year doesn't count, but I still have suicidal thoughts. Back when I'm 13, I have thought of killing myself. But of course, such thoughts, even as a mere 13 years old, is childish. While I forgot what the thoughts was, I can assume that it's about religion. Another time when I was maybe 15 to 17, I remember getting a near heart attack 2 times in under a year because of stress back then. Around these times, not only I have suicidal thoughts, but killing thoughts as well. Luckily, desires to kill, stalk, and burn someone's house. I didn't get around to do it. My class was 3 stories high at the time, and I want to jump 3 stories high, 3rd floor, high in the air. Should I jumped, I would either be injured or deaf. And when school is over and college started, I was, you could say, happy. I don't get sad, depressed, or any of the sort. I do get a few depressive episodes, but it would only lasted 1 or 2 days. Of course, around the time in college. I still am an introvert, only remembering at most 2-person name in the first semester. It gets better over time, but still, I only know at most 5 to 9 classmates' names from my course. I don't talk or greet. When I talk, I just ask questions and stop it there. Of course, some time has passed right now, and I have forgotten some names from my classmates in the course. I usually learn names from hearing others talking. Now today is the worst. I still feel depressed to this day due to my supervisor dismissing my insecurities like that. I drive a car. I could easily crash and die, knife in hand, stabbing myself. Scissors, nails, high building. Hell, even getting run over is better. Pain hurts a lot, but it's temporary, unlike mental pain. You get stuck with it all your life. And with me having no friends that respond to my text messages anyway. I don't talk about my problems with my family. That's a whole different can of worms that I won't explore. I probably sound like a broken record now, repeating things, but I just can't help it. Why does everyone immediately dismissed and nitpick what I said and make me look worse? It makes me depressed at how people completely not care of others. That's all for now. I probably have more things to say, but I'm just tired. If I could, I wish to rest and sleep forever.